Hello, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. Last time we found out that our scientist Anna was murdered. We met a new dragon, Katsuharu, who has an ice cream stand and who kind of prevented us from going on with our investigation. That wasn't too nice. And now it's time for a date again. I think I'm gonna still go out with Bryce. I don't want to start messing things up at this point. Let's go through one storyline first and then... Okay, I'm not sure if this was a good idea, but yeah. Anyway, let's see where this goes. There you are, Reetta. Seems like you're the last one. I thought I was on time. Where are we? Why are we? Oh, you are. It's just that everyone always gets so excited about this that they come in a little earlier. I thought it was strange how late you're holding this little get-together anyway. It's simple, really. Now we get this beach all to ourselves. Before you go and meet the others, I should probably warn you. What is it? There is someone here that you may not approve of. And who would that be? Maverick. Why is he here? All things considered, I think it's best for him to be here where I can watch him than if he was out there doing who knows what. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure. Besides, if I invited you and not him, I'm not sure how he would have reacted. He's always come to my BBQs before. Plus, maybe if I talk to him, I can find out what he's up to. Does he know that I'm here? Yes, and he assured me that he will keep the peace. Can you do the same? Of course. Sure. Why not? Thanks. I appreciate it. Let's just hope there won't be any incidents. Alright, let's go and meet the others. As we walked a few paces, I saw some familiar faces. Usually there'd be more people here, but with everything else that's going on, some of the others at the department couldn't get any time off. Hey everyone, guess who's finally here? You may remember Zong, the waiter at the bar. Hello, Reetta. Hey. Hey, Sebastian! Hey, Reetta. I was just gonna say hey, everyone. Hi, Reetta. Hey, Maverick. Alright, let's get this BBQ started. I don't see a grill or anything here. And where's the firewood? Oh, come on. You're surrounded by dragons. I'm pretty sure they have means for frying things. You see the pile of stones over there? That's our grill. And firewood? Well, we don't need that. I see. So, who shall light the fire? I could make my own this time. Very subtle, Sebastian. No need to be subtle about it. Zong, your fire strung up the whole area last year, and it made everything taste weird. I didn't notice a difference. Yeah, because everything tastes the same to you, Maverick. I told you, I had the flu. I'm pretty sure you gave us more than just your fire. I think we got some of your spit in there too. Yes, because of the flu. Everything was congested, so it was hard to get anything out at all. You're not making this any better. Excuses. I'm just telling you how it is. Besides, it wasn't even my idea to light the fire. You were all like, oh, Zong never lit the fire, he should do it. Don't blame me for getting what you wanted. Yeah, and we learned our lesson. Zong, not even once. You wouldn't be complaining so much about it if it wasn't for the flu I had. Maybe I should light it again this time to prove you wrong. No, thanks. Last year was bad enough. Why won't you do it, Bryce? Not sure if I'm feeling up for the task. Why doesn't ReettaJ do it? I like that idea. Yes, let ReettaJ do it. It seems like we have an unanimous decision here. Go ahead, ReettaJ, show us what you got. I got nothing! Suddenly they all looked at me, clearly expecting me to light the fire for them. I don't want to disappoint you, and it's probably not a joke. After all, they don't really know much about humans, so I'm gonna go with the I don't want to disappoint you, but I can't. I don't breathe fire, you know? They were all still watching me, not moving or batting an eye, when suddenly a laughter erupted. Ha ha ha. Okay, I get it. The joke's on me. Should have seen your face. Yeah, it was great. Don't pay any heed to them. They're always like this. Yeah, I noticed. Seriously though, who should light the fire? You really want to do it, don't you, Seb? Is it that obvious? Just go ahead and then. We already agreed Zong is not doing it. Hey, I told you I could prove you wrong this time. Yeah, let's not ruin our BBQ 2 years in a row. Maybe next year then? I don't feel up for it this year, and Maverick's aim, he probably shouldn't either. I'd rather not risk anything. I could hit you anytime. Sure, but we just want to have the BBQ, not set the whole beach on fire. Yeah. Besides, Sebastian's fire always makes the food so crisp and smoky. I like that. Any objections? No. Me neither. Okay, so why was this even a discussion? Master of Ceremony, would you light the fire, please? It's not an easy job, but someone's gotta do it. And that someone is me, Sebastian the Great. Sebastian went up to the small bed of stones they had prepared. Since his back was turned towards me, I couldn't exactly see what he did, but a few seconds later, a fire started burning among the stones. There we go. Well done, Sebastian. My pleasure. Alright, everyone, pick your poison. Just to get you up to speed, ReettaJ, we got pretty much everything here you could ask for. Of course, we have all varieties of meat, but we also have some vegetables and cheese, if you're into that sort of thing. We even got some of the algae stuff we usually bring for Naomi, one of the girls at the department, but she couldn't come tonight. Just help yourself and throw it on the fire. Sebastian always gets some veggies with his meat, whereas Zong goes totally crazy over the cheese stuff. Now that I think about it, maybe it was just about that damn cheese that made everything taste so bad last time. Oh, shut up, or else I'll force feed you some of it. No thanks. Keep your cheese to yourself, please. Where was I? Oh, right. I go for the meat personally. As I said, the algae is normally for Naomi. She really likes this stuff, but she's one of the water kind, so that's not a surprise. I tried it myself once. Not really my kind of thing, but feel free to take some if you want to. And then there's Maverick. He just eats whatever he can get into his muzzle. A few years ago, a sandstone managed to hide between some slabs of meat he got. He didn't even notice and just kept on munching. Yeah, but that was with Bryce's cooking, so I couldn't tell the difference. Why you? After all of us had made our selection and put it on the fire, we sat down in a circle around it. Of course, Bryce made sure that Maverick and I were not sitting next to each other. So, Bryce, how's that stint with Emira going on? It's weird. I'm not even really doing anything. I just have to follow her around and stand guard in her office. But what's worse, I think I found out why she wanted me to do the whole thing in the first place. Ooh, do tell. Oh, do enlighten us. It's kinda embarrassing, to be honest.
Now you definitely have to say it.
Alright. The real reason why she wants me to be around her so much is that she totally has the hots on me. Because I'm a hunk. Obviously.
Oh, come on.
Seriously? You wish. You all know what she's like in public, right? But as soon as it's only two of us in the room, she's like a totally different person. It's unreal.
I mean, I believe she's different in private, but still.
Of course, Bryce. When you make up a story, it's just going with a high-ranking politician isn't enough. Obviously, she also can't resist your manly allure. But it's true. I'm not even interested in her. For one, she isn't really my type, and regardless if it's her public or private persona, her personality really sucks.
What was that about sucking?
No, shut up. If no one wants to believe me, I'll just stop before I get into the real bad stuff. I can actually confirm that she does act like a totally different person when she doesn't think she's being watched by a general public.
Interesting. Okay, Bryce, why don't you tell us more? What exactly does she like about you?
What's not to like about me?
We get it, Bryce. Let's just change the subject.
It's true, I swear.
Then give us some details. What's she like in private?
It all started innocently enough, but as I told you, when we were alone, she started to get kinda weird after a while. She wasn't even remotely subtle about it either. Once, even the words cavity search came up. From her, mind you, not me.
Oh, come on.
I can't even listen to this anymore. And then, later, she was suddenly like, "Oh, my back is so stiff. Would you mind giving me a massage? You look like you have the proper strength to give me a good one." It's like, she's not even trying to hide it.
Did you give it to her?
Of course not. I told her I'm no good with massages. That's the truth.
Who would have thought?
Do you really believe him, Seb?
I'm not judging. I'm just listening.
Amara wanting you to give her a massage hardly constitutes her having the hots for you, though. I'm not even done yet.
Well, I'm done with this.
Earlier today, she told me how nice it would be for a child to grow up with two leaders for parents.
Actually, I don't think even Bryce would come up with that one on his own.
I'm not buying it. Hey, at least you believe me, right, ReettaJ? I'm not taking sides on this one. Oh well.
Maybe it's just the alcohol talking.
I didn't even have anything yet.
Sure, but with as much as you drink, your blood is like at least 10% beer by now. I bet you can't even get completely sober anymore. Not sure if that is a good quality in a police leader.
Anyway, what do you think I should do about her?
Nothing, because you made up the whole thing in the first place.
If I don't do anything, I'll probably end up having to marry her or something.
And at that point, your story would actually be credible. Why don't you just tell her to stop?
It's not easy, considering our positions. Even though I am the chief, there's nothing I can do to prevent her from pulling me off the case and making me into her personal bodyguard. If I tell her off too strongly, she could totally make my professional life a nightmare.
And she totally would. I see. So this is a situation that requires careful deliberation and subtlety. Not exactly your strong suits, Bryce.
That's why I'm asking you a lot. Not that you're much better, though. Maybe you should play along for a while, just to see what happens. And then, once the time is right, you strike.
And strike refers to what exactly?
I'm not going to indulge her in any way, shape, or form. Oh, this kind of situation that's going on to cause a huge uproar if I included it in my memoir.
Who's going to read your memoir anyway?
Well, I know at least one person. Reetta, what do you think I should do? Go on a date with her, tell her. Yeah, I'm for honesty. Tell her how you really feel. Are you sure? Well, if you string her along, that would be pretty dishonest. And she might even be more angry when she finds out the truth than if you had just told her up front. Good point. Yeah, I'm smart. That kind of makes me curious, though. How does dating work in this world, considering there are so many sentient species around here? Is dating between different species encouraged? Maybe that's why MRI is so interested. Is there even any crossbreeding? I'm sure these questions will go over well in this group.
Crossbreeding? That's funny.
Well, there isn't any crossbreeding. It doesn't work like that. Besides, I thought you were into biology, so shouldn't you already know where hatchlings come from? You are a completely different life form from what I've seen before, so didn't want to make any assumptions. There are many interspecies couples, though. And what happens if those couples want to have a child? There are plenty of options, though usually it's either adoption or a child where only one of the parents is biologically related. Nemra totally wants my children, though. Don't you want to be a father? Heck no, I'm not ready for that. I wouldn't even know what to do with a hatchling. I'd probably end up breaking its neck by accident or something like that.
What about you, Reetta?
What about me?
Are you having the hots for someone here, as Bryce would put it?
To be honest, I have no idea how that kind of relationship would be viewed where I came from. Since we only have one sentient species, I'm not sure what sort of social norms would develop if that changed. Technically speaking, you dating one of us is no different than Emira dating Sebastian, for example.
Hey, I'm not getting between the beautiful thing Emira and Bryce have going on.
If you ask me, you can do whatever you like as long as you're here. Knock yourself out.
Actually, Retta's been hanging out with you a lot, Bryce.
Awkward. So what? Retta's a cool person in my book. Or do any of you disagree?
Not me.
No comment. Thank you, Maverick. Appreciate that. By the way, I think the food should be ready now.
Good catch.
Slowly everyone shuffled towards the fire, which by now had become nothing more than an eerily glowing pile that illuminated the area. One by one, everyone took their hot food from the stone bed and placed it onto the provided paper plates and bowls. When it was my turn, I hesitated, since I could still feel the heat radiating from the stones. Something the matter? I think this might be too hot for me to handle. Quite literally. Right, no scales. Let me get that for you. There you go. Thanks. We resumed our positions in a circle around the glowing stones, and I waited for my meat to cool down while the others started eating. Yep, crisp and smoky. Good job, Sebastian.
Don't mention it.
Really, it's good. I'm still not sure how you can eat that cheese stuffed song. Are you going to make fun of my food choices again?
To be fair, we make fun of everyone and everything here.
I don't mind the cheese. You wouldn't mind eating a whole bed of stones and everything on it as well. At least I'd try something different every once in a while. I do too. I think there are at least 5 different kinds of meat this time around. Case in point. The food remaining on the stones slowly disappeared as everyone got their additional helpings. Soon even the last piece was gone and silence started to set in as the banter slowly died down. I think it's time for me to leave. What? Already? Hey,
babysitter can only stay so long.
No, well,
Yeah, I should also be heading off. You know, I'm starting early tomorrow.
well, I guess we all got what we came here for. What about you, Maverick? Looks like the party is over anyway. Don't y'all get lost in the dark then.
Of course. And until next year.
Thanks for inviting me, Bryce. I suppose I should be heading off as well. Oh, no you don't.
What are you talking about?
Well, they all live in the vicinity, but your apartment is on the other side of town. I'm not letting you go home alone at this hour. Reza has always operated during the night, and he may just be waiting for an opportunity like this.
Oh.
What do you want me to do then? You can sleep over at my place. Well, if you insist. Damn. Now everyone left without cleaning up. At least you're still here to help me.
Of course. We started to clean up together, but with the amount of trash left by 5 people, it was clear it would take a while.
Hey, wanna know where I got these scars? Yeah, I bet you're curious.
Not if you're uncomfortable with telling me. Go right. Yeah, let's go with this one.
It's no trouble. Gotta pass the time somehow. At least they make me look extra intimidating at my job. No one's going to mess with the big rugged chief of police. You probably think I got them from some crazy near-death case, but that's only true for one of them. The other was completely different story.
Okay.
Back when I was a kid, some of my friends and I always used to play outside and go adventuring together. We could go anywhere as long as it was close enough to town. Woods, mountains, beaches, we loved to explore every one of them. We got fairly familiar with our surroundings. Then one day we heard from someone that there was a system of caves nearby. Caves. That was something completely new to us. Of course we went there as soon as we could. We were all very excited. It wasn't a big cave system, not big enough to get lost in, but we still had so much fun that day. So much in fact that I wanted to go back there right away. The next day I called up a few friends, but they had a longer school day than I did. Instead of waiting for them, I decided to go alone. Turns out going out exploring on my own was a little exciting than doing so with friends, but I still had a pretty good time, and just walking through the entire underground system was quite an experience. Plus, since I was alone, I could take the time to explore every last nook and cranny that I wanted to. Maybe that was my mistake. When I was in one of the remote corners, the ground suddenly gave way and I fell about 5 meters into the cave below. Luckily, I didn't get any serious injuries from the fall, but as I looked for another exit, an ominous realization set in. This cave had no entry or exit except the one I came in. There were a few holes, but I could never fit through any of them or make them bigger in any way. Even if I could, I didn't know where they'd lead. In the end, I had to try and climb out on my own, but as you can imagine, I wasn't exactly the best climber in town. Even so, I still got about halfway before I lost my grip and fell down again, cutting my muzzle on the edge of the rock in the process. It bled pretty badly, but at least I knew to put pressure on the wound. Couldn't try climbing out again, however, so I waited.
Aww. Aww, such a cute little dragon baby. Aww, poor thing.
It took several hours for anyone to notice that I was missing. I must have been there for about 4 or 5 hours, all alone, before I heard footsteps above and the search party found me. Long story short, it turned out that besides the cave system we knew about, there was a much larger one right underneath. Those caves can only be entered with a guide now. And I got this lovely reminder of the experience on my muzzle. I had plenty of time to think while I was down there, and later in life I often returned to that experience. At first, it made me want to get stronger, but I realized that strength alone wouldn't have saved me. Our kind will probably never be able to climb as much at all, but I can at least try to better myself. I guess the whole experience also kinda explains why I'm building those stupid wooden models now. Feeling so helpless while I waited down there, it also made me realize I wanted to help others. Having been saved by police sure did a lot to make me want to follow the same path. Turns out I was good enough to even become a chief. Guess that's all of the trash. Thanks for helping. I suppose I'll have to tell you about the second scar some other time. Let's head back now, shall we? Sure. Looks like it's already later than I thought. We better head to sleep soon. You can take the couch and I'll just sleep on the floor or something. Don't you have a bed? Oh, this is just a temporary arrangement. I wanted to be closer to work and the new apartment wasn't ready yet, so I have to stay here for a while. I see. With all this armor, I barely feel anything, so doesn't matter where I sleep. No need for you to sleep on the floor. If I say this one, will we end up sleeping on the couch together? That might get a little weird, but let's go for that. Oh, what do you mean? I'll sleep on the floor. Or do we want to get there? That might be the thing for dating sims to do, right? Yeah, let's go all in with this one. Couch is big enough for both of us. It is, but I didn't know if you... Well, if you say so. There's your bed, Your Highness. I'll take care of the light. There we go. Are you even going to sleep in those clothes of yours? It looks kinda uncomfortable. We usually have a separate set of clothing to wear during the night, or we just take a few layers. I see. Well, it's not like I could take a layer off, except this little blanket here. Haha. Is it okay for you to sleep like this? Yeah. Well, good night then. Good night, Bryce. Okay, that was innocent enough. I'm fine with this. Looks like I have some free time today. Okay, let's get some rest. In the end, I decided to spend the day relaxing in my apartment. I didn't know when things would start picking up again, so I figured it would be better to get some rest as long as I still could. Okay. Loss. Chapter 4. The dragon in the card looks a lot like Maverick. Oh, I do hope we don't lose Maverick. That would be tragic. Somebody's knocking. I awoke with my eyes fixed on the ceiling wallpaper. A sense of dread lingered from a nightmare I no longer remembered. How many more times would I see this apartment before I returned to my own world? Or before something happened to me? I got ready for the day and tried to shake off those thoughts. Blong blong. Who is it? Oh, Sebastian. Hey, Reetta. And right on the minute, you show up at this time every day, like clockwork. Clocks are reliable, and reliable is good in the line of work. In this line of work. You're true. I've got something for you. An envelope from the facility. Oh, these are the results from the tests Anna ran on my blood. She must have sent this before she was... No, it's no use thinking about that now. Maybe the test results will be able to help us. Let's see. Remarkable similarities in genetic makeup, particularly the brain structure. Oh, I suppose this isn't the only reason you're here. That you will explain everything once we get there. Let's not keep him waiting, shall we? Okay. Where are we now? Okay, the music is hinting at something dark. We arrived at a place that would look like an ordinary house had it not been for its extraordinary size. It reminded me more of a hostel than a family home. Chief! There you are. Wait, weren't you supposed to be with Emera? Luckily, she doesn't work every day of the week. I see. Anyway, we're nearly done here, so I'll keep it short. Reza broke into the hatchery. There is another murder victim, an employee of the hatchery who was on the night duty. Her body was found quite away from here. There's evidence of struggle, but she covered a lot of distance before it was ultimately over. Loud bangs were heard from the area her body was found, and she has numerous wounds consistent with both the wounds of the previous victims and the other weapon she has. By this point, news of another corpse didn't have the same impact anymore. She was just another one of Reza's faceless victims, except I'm afraid she's a dean. A hatchery? Is that what this building is?
Well, not only. It's a council-owned building, and they like keeping everything related to their sector under the same roof. So besides the hatchery, there's also an orphanage and a family clinic inside. There are also offices related to the administration of those services.
That reminds me of a production facility.
It should. They have a similar management structure.
Can we get back to the case?
Sorry for the interruption, Chief.
Wait a minute. If an orphanage is here too... There are no other casualties, but Reza got something else when he broke in. A generator as well as few eggs. Luckily, the power was restored before anything happened to all the other eggs left inside, but needless to say, the parents of the stolen eggs are not going to be happy.
Why would he steal eggs in the first place?
Maybe you can tell us. That's why you're here after all.
I don't know.
I have no idea what he would even do with them.
Maybe he wants to use them as bargaining chip. After all, he still has to make his escape and the portal is still broken.
Do you think he wants to exchange them for safe passing through the portal?
Maybe.
It's still broken though, so I'm not sure if that would be much help.
Maybe he has the part needed to repair it and now has everything he needs to escape. He could trade the eggs for safe passage, fix the portal and leave.
That's not the only possibility. He may not be the one who broke the portal. Maybe he thinks you've intentionally sabotaged it so he can't leave, and he feels he needs the XX bargaining chip to get you to repair it. If he just wanted to leave, I feel like he could have done that already. It doesn't even matter who sabotaged the portal. We only know that Reza's actions are becoming more and more desperate. He kidnapped helpless, defenseless eggs and even used the human weapon. Something's clearly going on with him. Maybe it means that he'll slip up soon. Who knows? Maybe he already has. In any case, we're done here. Let's head back to the department and decide what to do next. Hopefully some of the test results will tell us something.
We didn't get to see the body.
Oh my god, I hope it's not Adine.
She was nice.
After a brief walk, we were in Bryce's office again. Initial test results had already come in, but didn't reveal any insightful or new information.
So, what do we do now? Go over the timeline again?
Not yet. There are a few things I'd like to take care of first. What do you have in mind? Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. Bonk, bonk. Come in.
Ah, hello, Maverick.
Maverick, what are you doing here? Chief, can I talk to you? Alone. We're quite busy here, Maverick. What is this about? Reza. Well, you're looking at the Reza task force, so if you have anything to say, you can say it in front of all of us. I see. I think I know where Reza is.
Ooh.
You know where Reza is at this very moment? I have a good reason to believe that I have located his hideout. He could still be there, or he might have already moved on. Damn, Maverick, tell me everything. I've been tracking him for a while now.
Well, we know that already.
When he was at the portal a few days ago, I nearly got him and managed to follow him for a while before I lost him. Based on that, where he's been and where his victims have been found, I could triangulate his whereabouts. He has to live somewhere, right? He needs a base to hide the generators and everything he has stolen. Bryce cleared the clutter on the table and smoothed out a map of the town on its surface. It already had a few locations related to the case marked on it. Show it to me. Prior victims were found here and here. Today's was here. She was following him, likely because she wanted to save the ex he stole. This is the path he took from the portal when I followed him a few days ago. So we have established this as his area of operation, extrapolated, and we can narrow it down to this. Now, where could he be hiding in this area? He's certainly not within the village borders. So unless he's decided to live in the wilderness or in a hole in the ground, the only option is here. The abandoned farm. When did you figure all of this out? Just a few minutes ago. When I did, I immediately came here. Damn it, Maverick. This might be it.
Should we send an observation team?
As if we had one to spare. Heck, we're going there right now. What about you, Maverick? I'm still on sick leave, remember? Besides, if I saw Reza right now, I'd probably do something I shouldn't. How about you, Reetta?
Isn't this going to be dangerous?
Reza probably won't harm you, as you're the only one he could possibly consider an ally.
Good point. If anything, with you there, we might be able to convince him to give up. Or we could act like we intended to trade you for the X if he tries to use them as a bargaining chip. You're not really going to use me as ransom, right? We'll see about that.
Thanks, Seb. Well, I suppose if it's necessary, I'll have to play along. I've got your back. If there's one thing we could do to make this whole situation even worse, it would be messing up with you.
We have the elements of surprise if we walk in his base right now, but we risk Reza lashing out with his weapon. If we want to resolve this peacefully, observation is probably the way to go.
I guess we won't need Reetta there for that, though.
True enough.
Alright, Reetta, you stay here and wait for further instructions. We may need you at the moment's notice. Don't do anything without us telling you to, understand?
Okay.
Alright, let's go, Sebastian.
After you, Chief.
And Maverick. Good job. Thanks, Chief.
Whoosh. Whoosh.
Shortly after they vanished, Maverick also turned to leave. Then I had to wait. I was kind of expecting there to be some sort of dialogue between me and Maverick, but no, I guess not then. Bryce and Sebastian were observing the farm now, and if anything new happened, I would be the first to know. I spent some time looking around Bryce's office, studying all the materials he had gathered about the case, though there wasn't any information that I didn't already know. After a few hours, the telephone in his office rang, and not sure whether the call was intended for me or Bryce, I picked up. Reetta?
Yeah.
I think you need to come here. I'll give you the directions.
No problem. Okay, fine.
That was weird, but okay, fine. There you are. So, what happened? A whole lot of nothing. There was no movement to or from the building in the time we've been watching.
He usually operates during the night, so maybe he's just asleep.
In that case, it would be best for us to go in before he has a chance to make his escape.
Or maybe he's not even there anymore. He could have seen us and slipped away unnoticed, with plenty of time to destroy the evidence while we've been waiting here.
You're right. Either he's still inside or he's already gone and not coming back. Let's go in. What should I do? You're coming with me. Sebastian, you walk around and watch the back of the building just in case he tries to escape.
On it, Chief.
Okay. I'll go in. You stay here, alright?
What am I even here for then?
You're our insurance. If Reza tries to flee and sees you, it might throw him off. You might be able to stop him. Or if we get into a standoff, I can tell him you're here as well. I just don't want you to come inside when it could be dangerous.
Let me go in first.
Why? Maybe I can talk to him, and we can figure things out. I don't think he wants to kill me, so even if it doesn't work out, Sebastian and you will still be nearby to catch him. I'll be right behind you then, but do be careful. We slowly made our way to the front door. I took a deep breath and tried to prepare myself for the possibility of facing Reza. The tense scenarios and things I could say to him rushed through my head as I pressed down the door handle. The door inched open with a creak, but I noticed a slight resistance and a strange sound that suddenly made me hesitate. Is there a bomb? Am I getting us all killed? Oh god, I hope not. Yeah, there's some sort of trigger there. When I looked down to the source of the noise, I saw a taut wire through the gap in the door, hovering over the floor of the entryway. That was a pretty close call, you know. Too bad Rosa wasn't there after all.
Maybe he ran when he saw us approach.
Strange for him to leave everything behind, though. Everything he's stolen. All the generators are still here.
Do you think the trap was for us in particular?
Probably not. It was more likely of a general safety precaution. If he had any time to prepare for this, he would have taken the stuff with him.
True enough. I had no idea you could make a bomb out of a generator.
Then you just haven't been with us long enough. If you know how, it's not even that complicated.
And Reza somehow figured it out?
Apparently so. Does he have any skills pertaining to engineering or electricity?
Well, he's worked on cars before and fixed a lot of things back home. I guess that would qualify. He also could have done his own research.
Either way, this makes him even more dangerous. At least we now have a whole building worth of clues. Okay, so if I hadn't gone in first, Bryce might have blown himself up. Okay, I did the right thing there. Hopefully. Reetta, can you get to your apartment from here? We'll be busy with the scene for a while.
No problem, I'll leave you to your work then. Have fun.
Good job, Reetta.
Thanks. I'm surprised you called me back so quickly. How's the investigation going? Oh, the investigation is going swimmingly, but as you can expect, we need all the help we can get. As usual. With how this case has been going, we realized we must employ the external help.
Oh.
Yeah, we requested assistance from one of the cities. We hope they'll send some good investigators our way soon.
I see.
We were so close today. He could have been in there, you know. Maybe we just came a few minutes too late. And if he knows how to make bombs from generators, who's to say he won't start using them elsewhere? At least he doesn't have any right now, does he? You said all the generators that were stolen are now accounted for. True. Still, this whole case is growing to be too much for a small town police department.
I hope you'll get the help you need.
Me too. But right now, you can help us again.
Oh, what do you have for me?
When we searched the building, we found more than the things Reza stole. We also found this bloody bandage.
Do you think this is his?
That's what we need to find out, but given all that we know, it probably is.
So he's wounded?
We know he was injured during the fight with the first victim, but whether this is from the same wound or something else, I'm not sure. In any case, you could bring it to the lab for us to find out more.
Sure.
Next, we have the witness who reported hearing loud bangs during the night. We'd like to send someone to make follow-up visit. You'll need to confirm the witness's statement and then see if he has anything new to share. Also, now that we have reclaimed your PDAs, we're going to send one to the archives for analysis. Yeah. Since they have the experience with human artifacts, they're better suited to do it than any of our departments.
No problem.
And lastly, we have the eggs. It's a relief that we found them unharmed in the building. They're safe and ready to be sent back to the hatchery.
Shouldn't we take care of those first?
It's not as urgent as you might think. Our eggs are pretty resilient. Being in the care of the hatchery is more an insurance than a requirement. Some people choose to keep them in their own home until they hatch, rather than having the hatchery take care of it. The hatchery has been notified, but they won't be able to send someone in a few hours. I've heard that they're really understaffed. If you bring the eggs and the paperwork to them, you'd speed up the process, but it's not an urgent matter.
I see.
In any case, I'll just leave everything here until I get to it, so feel free to do this task as you wish. I know it's laughable that we don't even have a free hand for simple errands.
Don't worry about it.
By the way, I'm planning to attend the summer festival.
Should I? It's hard to think about something fun when I'm wrapped up in this investigation.
For sure. It's important to take short rests so you don't lose your head. There's so much to see at the festival, particularly the big fireworks.
Dragons enjoy fireworks too? I would think something like that would feel so commonplace since many of you breathe fire.
It's not quite the same. We still appreciate the wonder of colorful bursts in the sky. On the last day, there's always a big fireworks show. Everyone usually attends it.
Everyone?
Yes, it has a great tradition behind it. What peeves me most is that I'll be on guard duty when it happens this year, so I probably won't be able to see a thing.
I'll be sure not to miss it then.
Anyways, I should get back to the investigation now. I'll leave the stuff for you here and I'll take care of the rest once I get back, alright?
Sure thing.
Good luck.
You too. Okay. I think these two are the most important ones. But since I've been recording for a while now, I'm gonna leave this episode right here and continue this again another day. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Angels with Scaly Wings. If you liked it, let me know. I hope you're having a great day and I will see you again next time.